Hi, I'm Mel's best friend, and this is my fourth episode of C++ Progress Report. Yeah, that means this is also the middle episode of C++ Progress Report, because remember how I said before that I was only going to make 7 episodes of it? I still have that plan. But just so you know, I'm saving the best for last. Just letting you guys know I'm saving the best for last. And this is also going to be the last episode of C++ Progress Report where it's something that everyone thinks could be possible. But the rest of them are things that people might think are impossible, but I think they're possible. Also, the rest of the C++ Progress Reports episode after this one will be. Like the next C++ Progress Report episode, don't tell me it's impossible, because I think it's possible. I mean, I've researched how this stuff works, and I still think it's possible. It's something I've been joking about on my channel ever since the video I made, What Happens If You Format Prod Info, which, by the way, I actually found a series I can fit that into. A new series called Mel's Back Science, where it's basically where I do experiments. So What Happens If You Format Prod Info is I'm fitting it into a series called Mel's Back Science. And there's another video I joked about this in, too, which was my April Fool's video this year. You guessed it, what I'm talking about is a way to unban a switch that gets banned from online play. That's going to be my next episode, but this episode is something different. This episode is a failed attempt at custom animations in Sword and Shield. So I say failed because the animations will just crash when you try loading them. So I'm making this video so that way those who want to leave pull requests to see if they can fix the program can understand how to use the program. So I recommend first you CD into the folder you're working in, like the folder with all the input files. I recommend that first you CD into that folder like I just did. And now let's see here, where is it? I call my program Melsback's Editor GFB A&M Edition. If you're wondering why I gave it that name, it's because I love naming my program something something edition. I've loved doing that for a long time now. And that idea actually came from what's been my plan for the last episode of C++ Progress Report for a long time. I'm not going to spoil it right now. I think I've mentioned it briefly on my channel before, though. But yeah, my last episode of C++ Progress Report will be on a program with a name like that. Okay, so here's how you use the program. So you have to put in the path to your SMD animation. As you can see, I have my computer set to open them with Notepad by default, which is a good thing to do if you want to use this program because you're going to have to open in Notepad. And now let's just, you know what, I'm going to delete some files here. Delete these two, which you might not be able to see because of the webcam. But yeah, I'm deleting them. And then let's just name it test. Well, it'll be test.json because it said minus the extension. And then path to the JSON obtained using FlatC and your GFBMDL. So here's the JSON right here. Wait, I should probably show how I got the animations. You know what? I'll show that after I show running the program. Like you can see, that's Lucario's model decompiled into a JSON. Okay, how many bones are in the model? So with that, you want to open your SMD in Notepad. And like I said, the indices start with 0. So it's not 104, it's 105. Because the indices start with 0. So 105. How many materials? You can figure that out by opening the GFBMDL JSON in your text editor. How many materials? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this. Usually it's the same number of materials as shaders, so there's also 6 shaders. It's going to ask you for a number of shaders next. And now textures. It's still in this file. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. What, 14? Let me just double count. Let me just double check my count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 14. And now this is where it stops being user-friendly. It asks you for the line in the file, in the lines of the file where you start stuff. But here's the thing about this. Per material, there are two sets of switches. ignore the second one, like Spanish subtitles. We only care about the first one. If you don't know what I meant when I said Spanish subtitles, you're not a real Mel's Best Friend fan. It says -1, so not the line with the first curly brace, but the one that comes right before the first curly brace. So 122. No, not 23, 22. There. And you see, like it says it down here, a notepad. And now I recommend using the find feature to find the other lines. So let's see, find next. Remember I said ignore the second one, the material like Spanish subtitles. We only care about the first ones per material. No, I don't want to type that in. I want to type in the one for that one. Well, it's a really similar looking number, so I can see how it happened. Just replace one digit. But like I said, this program, like I said, it's not very user-friendly, but that's because my programming skill is, I'd say, decent. I wouldn't say good, but I wouldn't say bad either. Now we'll ask for the ending lines. Do not subtract 1 from these lines. Only subtract 1 from the starting lines. And just like with the switches, I recommend searching for values now. Just like with the switches, the values have wait till it finds the next one from the top. The values, just like the switches, there's 2 sets of them per. There's 2 sets of them per. What was it? 2 sets of them per. There's 2 sets of them per file. Not per file, per material. Ignore second one like Spanish subtitles. We only care about the first one. For those of you who don't know what I mean when I say ignore them like Spanish subtitles, you're not a real Mel's Best Friend fan. I think I already said that, but I don't think I explained why I say that. So it's a pretty funny story, actually. And to be honest, I actually made a mistake like this at one point. A mistake just like the mistake my teacher made. So my teacher, not my Spanish teacher, a different teacher, sophomore year of high school, well, I'm currently a junior in high school. Yes, I'm good at programming and haven't, well, not good, but decent at programming. I'm decent at programming and haven't even graduated high school yet, which is insane. So yeah, is that right? Yeah, it is. Wait, no, it's not. I'll just fix that, replace that with a 2. And yeah, let's see here, what else? So basically the story goes like this. Teacher puts on a video. The video is like a video used to practice social skills and stuff. Like it has someone like violating like social norms. Because like you see, don't make fun of me for this. People have made fun of me for this before, but I actually have autism, but I am high functioning though, and like yeah, you can tell I'm high functioning with how good I am with computers and stuff like that. And yeah, let's see here. So now do the same thing you did with the switches, but with the values. And again, like I said, ignore the second ones like Spanish subtitles. And you always have to subtract 1. It has to do with like the way how this program is made. And like, so yeah, basically the teacher, she put on a video to practice social skills. The video, well, this is like the only special ed class I'm in, by the way. Because like I said, I'm high functioning, so my other classes are either regular classes or even honors classes, which are classes that are harder than normal. Like in honors math. If you're wondering what math class is, it's honors pre-calculus. Like, one time I told someone that I have autism, and they called me a retard. I was really upset at that. I actually blocked them for doing that. And now we want to search for colors that weave into a spiral of flame. Wait, no. Let me just tell a story first. So the story goes like this. Teacher puts on a video, videos to practice social skills. And the video is in English, but the subtitles in the video are not in English. The subtitles, I mean, I'm in a Spanish class, so I could tell this wasn't Spanish. The subtitles are in Portuguese. I could tell that because it wasn't Spanish because I'm in a Spanish class and I know what Spanish looks like. I mean, it's similar to Spanish, but not the same as Spanish. Basically, she put on the video with Portuguese subtitles and she said, ignore the Spanish subtitles. And then I almost immediately, me actually knowing Spanish, almost immediately replied saying, that's not Spanish. It was almost immediate that I responded saying, that's not Spanish. But the colors are different from the, wait, now let me just go back to talking about this file. The colors are different from the other things where there's 2 per material. Colors is only 1 per material. So that means you don't have to treat any of them like Spanish subtitles. And let me tell you, so I think you heard before that I said that I once made a mistake like that. This was, so like I said, that thing with my teacher happened between, happened during sophomore year of school. And between freshman and sophomore years when I made a mistake like that. Because it had been a long time since I'd taken a Spanish class. But I did start taking Spanish again sophomore year, and that's how I was able to correct what my teacher said. And as you can see, it makes a Lifeline reference because it is my favorite song, which I'm sure I've mentioned a few times on my channel. Like I said, I'm trying to make the color green weave into a spire of flame. I'm saying that because like the animations I'm working with come from Sceptile. So that's why I say I'm trying to make the color green weave into a spire of flame. And now let's see here. Anything else I wanted to say? I know I like to go off on tangents, sines, cosines, secants, cosecants, and cotangents. Yes, I just told a math joke. It's not the first time I told that joke on my channel. If you saw my only episode I made so far, Melsbach's theory. If you saw that video, you'd see I made that joke in that video as well. Where I said, sorry I went off on that tangent, sine, cosine, secant, cosecant, and cotangent. And now you should search what you should search for now. Remember I said there are 2 sets of switches in the file. The second set of switches has extra spaces and is what comes like shortly before the colors that weave into a spiral flame. So what you want to do is you want to is that right? Yeah, it is. you want to search for that now, that one. Add some spaces to when you search for switches before. Is that right? Let's see. Yeah, it is. So yeah. I should really learn how to use a JSON library so this program can be more user-friendly. Like having the person find the line, not really user-friendly. Sorry, if you heard the Windows XP hardware insert sound, that was my phone's notification sound. Remember I have that as my notification sound. It's referencing a joke I've mentioned many times on my channel before. Just like ignore Spanish subtitles, I've mentioned this joke made as my channel. This one's actually a meme though, but the other one was not a meme. It's just something I came up with. Wait, I forgot to mention that time when I made the ignore Spanish subtitles mistake. The time I made the ignore Spanish subtitles mistake, like I said, somewhere between freshman and sophomore year. So I downloaded an app for my phone that was in Portuguese and said it was in Spanish. Yeah. So like I said, just like with the bones, with the frames, the indices start with 0. So the number that we want is not 49, it's 50. And for this, here, I'll show you how I got the animation now, because you kind of need to go back to there to see which one you should put in here. Here, you see these are the files. These are the files of the Pokemon from Sun and Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Yeah, I kind of memorized where Sceptile's files are located, so I'm just going to load the files I need to load. We don't even need to load the textures, just need to load the model and some of the animations. Is this the right one? Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that looks like it loops, because like it looks nice when the program loops it, so that means it normally loops. And also it's one you can see looping in game with like how it looks. So we put a Y in here. As you can see, the program makes another lifelike reference. Wait, no. Let me say where that other joke was that I mentioned on my channel before. The other joke I've mentioned on my channel before was this. So, let's see here. Where is... Oh, yeah, that's right. I have flat C copied to system32, and that's why I'm able to just execute it like this. Wait, no, let's go back to it. So this joke is actually a meme. Unlike you ignore Spanish subtitles, which is a joke I came up with. This is actually a meme. The meme is download more RAM. So the reason why my phone's notification sounds like that is the Windows XP hardware sound. I like to associate that sound with downloading more RAM. And here's why I do that. Just so you know, RAM, if you're a total noob with computers, RAM is not something that can be downloaded. Although you're probably not a total noob with computers if you're watching this video. Let's see, where's the folder I'm looking for? There it is. So you want your GFB A&M schema. I think I put it in the zip for. I think I put it in the zip for the release, the broken release of this program. And then let's go to that file we just created. Remember we named it test.json. Here it is. Wait, this file's name reminds me of a file in Super Mario Sunshine. Oh, that's test 11 in it, but you know what? We're not dealing with that file right now. And it compiles into an animation, as you can see. And you see, so it successfully compiles into an animation. However, if you try injecting it into a GF pack, and even if you replace the bones in the model with the right bones, it's still going to crash the game. And I want you to PR to fix that, if you know C++, that is. I mean, like I said, my skill at C++ is decent. I wouldn't say good, but wouldn't say bad either. And yeah, the way I got those SMD files was by exporting an Ohana 3DS. As you can see, I gave all of them names that reference Lifelight. Because it's my favorite song. And now let's see, what else? Anything else I wanted to mention? Oh yeah, if you're interested, I might as well show the source code. I might as well show the source code if you're interested. Okay, you see, look, this program, I gave it a pun for its name, but that's not the program we're dealing with. But like, you see its name is a pun with a bad word and hex editor. Remember, I'm not kid-friendly anymore because of Kappa. And that's why I did that. And that's why I showed that in my video and didn't censor it. They would have censored it if I was still kid-friendly. Let's go up to the top of the program. Most of these headers aren't even used at all in the program, by the way. So, like, let's see, which ones are used? I don't think these three are used, but, like, time.h is used, string is used, fstream is used, and iostream is used. Those are headers that are actually used, though. So you see, here's a function that's used to give it a delay between... I gotta mention what this is. This actually allows the program to run, because you need this for the program to run. If you don't have this, the program's just gonna close out when you open it. Because this sets the stack size to a really big number so it can use enough RAM to run, because the program is pretty memory consuming. Yeah, if you can fix that too in the pull request, please do so. Okay. So you can see, here's my function that has a delay. Like, it has a while loop that's just empty. That's how it works. And like you see, here is that text that is shows at the beginning where it warns you that I have anger issues, which I actually do. Not gonna go too in depth about it because it can get pretty bad sometimes. And like delays for 15 seconds using that function earlier. And like you see all these variables and arrays and stuff. And then you see it asks you to enter in the paths where it has like the variables and like that stuff, bones, and like, I don't know why I made this array have like so many blank spaces like this instead of just leaving undefined and putting a number in there. I don't know why I did that. That was stupid. I did it with my other arrays, but didn't do it with that one for whatever reason. And here's the ifstream thing for one of the files. And this isn't used at all, but it's still there. OFstream, another ifstream, and then again, something isn't used at all. And then like here's the code to like get the names of the materials. Like these two are to get the names of the materials, and then let's see what else. This is used to like get the names of the bones. Now here's where it has you like put in the lines and stuff, and now here's how it actually gets the. Here is how it actually like gets the. What was it? Here's how it actually gets takes the difference of them, and like because that's important in one thing. Okay, now here's where it gets complicated. How it stores the values in those lines. Like here's where it gets complicated because you see how it has all these if statements. It has this if statement, this else if statement, this else statement that like basically prevents it from overwriting I mean not old, but like previously assigned things in the array. That's why it has all those if statements and stuff. And like you can see it does the same with the value. It doesn't do it with the colors that weave into a spire flame though, because they always have the same number of lines. You know, this is like saying, there's a for loop that's saying to do this. So like this is where it like takes the colors that weave into a spire flame, replaces the letters properly, so that way replaces the letters proper so it's proper for the it replaces the letters so it will work with the animation, because the animation uses X, Y, and Z instead of R, G, and B. But this also means that I also had to like put in some if statements down there, replacing those letters which makes them fake words, but still it was required. But just write the real words in the actual file, though. And now here's where it, like, truncates some stuff to, like, allow if statements with part of it. Like, it basically creates a copy where it's like that, and then, like, does it with the values and colors that weave into a spiral flame, but only those because those are the only ones that need it, as the switches only have two different possible values, true and false. And you see, now here's where it loads here's where it stores the translations and rotations. And now here's where it actually makes the scientific notation work in C++. Because C++ is case sensitive, and the SMD file uses capital E's, but C++ uses lowercase e's. So that's the replacement like that. Now here's the S2F function that convert. Here are the S2F functions that convert those values to floats. And then this is like saying, like, this is like the calculation it does to convert between units of the rotations. It stores it in an integer in case this integer right here. Well, these three integer arrays stores them in there, so that way it will always be an integer value, and like it has to be like a 16-bit unsigned integer. So like if it's negative, it adds a full period to it, and like this is the conversion factor. I got this using a calculator by like I can't remember which ones I divided though. Actually, if I think about it, I'll remember. Oh yeah, it was 65,535 divided by 2 pi, because you see, the thing is, one is in radians, the other is in a weird unit where this right here is a full period. And the reason why it's like that is because it's an unsigned 16-bit integer, and if it's 16-bit and unsigned, that's the maximum value. And now here's the code where it actually writes the file. I'm not gonna go too in depth about it, and like as you can see, I had to do some pretty weird things to get it to like write the stuff we put in earlier. And it gets weird once you get to the colors that weave into a spiral flame, which here they are. Like you see, I had to make up some fake words here, but it puts the real words in the actual file. It puts the words rim and game in the file, but in the if statement, it uses some fake words. Because, like I said, replace those letters in the string. Well, the array of strings. Now it just writes some stuff and says that message about the colors weaving into a spiral flame, like the colors of that Pokemon you saved weaving into a spiral flame. And then it closes the files and tells the OS that the program executed successfully. And these are just comments. That's it. Okay, so that's the code of my program that's currently broken. I'll put a link to the Git repository in the description. It is on GitHub, like all of my Git repositories are. Okay, so this is Melsback's friend signing off, and don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I decided to start doing that on my channel, and if you don't do it, I'm not actually going to do this. It's just a joke, by the way. You may have heard me tell this joke before on my channel. I will steal your cookies, delete your System32, eat your fingers, and put you in a blender. That's a joke, by the way, because remember, that's a joke on my channel. Okay, but now time to end recording.